Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack one of the absolute wildest, most viral stories to hit the internet in recent years. We are taking a structured look at the sensational, internet-breaking claims of a self-proclaimed time traveler who goes by the name Alexander Smith. So, if you've ever found yourself wondering about destiny, time machines, or just what on earth happens to humanity next, well, you are in for a seriously fascinating journey today. Just think about that for a second. What does the world actually look like 92 years from now? Are we thriving? Are we just barely surviving? Have we completely destroyed ourselves? Or, have we actually built a utopia? It's a huge, provocative question. I mean, humanity has tried to answer it using everything from astrology to hardcore theoretical physics. But today, we're looking at an answer provided by someone who claims they haven't just guessed the future, they've literally been there.
Section 1. The Latex Mask Mystery.
To really understand this message, we first got to look at our messenger. And honestly, this is where the story gets incredibly intriguing. And let's be real, a little bit ridiculous. A man identifying himself as Alexander Smith pops up on YouTube to share his story, but he's hiding behind this bizarre, kind of ill-fitting, human-faced latex mask. He passionately claims he's revealing these top-secret truths that the public absolutely has a right to know, yet he's completely concealing his own identity to protect himself. Make of that what you will.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because the timeline of his claims is just staggering. Notice the starting point back in 1981. Smith alleges he was part of a highly confidential, top-secret project run by the United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA. Through this program, he says he was transported directly to the year 2118. And as we'll see, the milestones he supposedly brought back with him for the years 2028 and 2118 are nothing short of world-altering.
Section 2. The World War III Prophecy. Before we reach the shiny technological wonders of the 22nd century, Smith's narrative takes a very dark turn, and we really need to look at this strictly as his prophecy. Smith issued a stark warning that within the coming century, Earth is going to face a catastrophic Third World War. He describes this as a devastating global conflict that will absolutely test the very limits of human survival. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact domino effect Smith claims will trigger this whole disaster. He states that the conflict is going to begin relatively small, rooted in a clash of mutual interests and rising tensions between the United States and North Korea. But it doesn't stay localized. According to Smith's prophecy, this conflict will rapidly escalate and spread globally the very moment Russia openly steps in to support North Korea.
The escalation, he describes, involves both sides launching some incredibly dangerous missiles. Now, Smith deliberately did not specify exactly where these missiles would strike the Earth. He kept that vague. However, he was very clear that the aftermath would be terrifyingly destructive, wiping out large portions of the globe and ultimately sparking a total, irreversible transformation of our entire planet.
Section 3. 2118. A Borderless Earth.
Now here is where the narrative shifts gears entirely. This is perhaps his most profound geopolitical claim. After the unbelievable destruction of World War III, Smith says the borders separating nations will completely vanish. Just poof, gone. The entire Earth will consolidate and become a single, unified country. All those political divisions we know today, they'll simply cease to exist. The terrible irony of his prophecy here is that it supposedly takes massive, unimaginable destruction to birth a profound love for humanity. In his vision of this post-war world, humans develop a deep, ingrained respect for life. Violence essentially ceases. People are no longer driven to harm one another. Instead, neighbors actively protect each other. It's pitched as this complete psychological and social rebirth for the human race.
And with that peace comes some incredible technological acceleration. Smith describes the 2118 utopia as a world of high-tech, towering skyscraper cities. Artificial intelligence systems aren't just tools anymore. They are the absolute backbone of society. Flying cars fill the skies, and highly advanced robots become a standard, fundamental part of everyday human life. It is, for all intents and purposes, the ultimate sci-fi dream fully realized.
Section 4. 2028. Aliens and time travel. If 2118 feels just a bit too far away for you to worry about, hold on. Smith claims we don't even have to wait until the next century for things to get truly bizarre. He boldly states that by the year 2028, the United States government is going to officially and publicly disclose the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life in the universe. Yep, official cosmic disclosure, according to this timeline, is right around the corner. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that Smith doesn't just say we'll know aliens exist. He claims that humans and these extraterrestrials will actually peacefully coexist. We're talking about them seamlessly integrating into our modern cities, living and working side by side with us.
And hey, if living next door to an alien wasn't enough for you, 2028 is also the year Smith claims time travel stops being a CIA secret. He insists that commercial time travel will become fully available to the general public. Basically, anyone will supposedly be able to just go and buy a ticket to travel through time. A real game changer, right?
Section 5. The Scientific Reality Check.
Okay, let's take a deep breath and bring ourselves back down to Earth for a minute. Because while Smith's story makes for absolutely fantastic internet lore and viral entertainment, mainstream science completely rejects these sensational claims. So, the crucial point is this. Real-world physicists and researchers do not buy into this narrative of masked men taking trips to 2118, not even a little bit.
To really anchor our explainer in actual physics, let's look at this quote from Gary Horwitz. He's a highly respected physicist over at the University of California, Santa Barbara. He notes, the concept of time travel isn't entirely fictional, but human time travel is not yet possible. It's a sobering contrast. The theoretical math might allow for some mind-bending concepts in physics, sure, but the reality of a human stepping into a machine and just jumping to the 22nd century is, as of right now, scientifically impossible.
And that brings us to the end of our journey today. We've seen the masked man, the warnings of war, the promises of a sci-fi utopia, and of course, the sobering reality of modern physics. But I want to leave you with this final thought. While human time travel isn't real yet, just look at the rapid pace of our real-world technology. Which of Smith's futuristic predictions, like highly advanced AI, flying cars, or even global unity, do you think our actual science might eventually achieve? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you next time.